Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to my friends in the US and Canada. And hello to anyone watching on replay. Today I have a whole lot of half-finished bits to go together into a gift pack. I was inspired by something that I saw online, and it's kind of grown in scope, which means that it's not as far along as I had hoped to show you at this point, but that's okay, because we'll work on it a bit together, and if I don't finish up in a timely manner, then I'll finish it off camera and I'll show you on my blog post tomorrow. So this is using some of the designer series paper from Peony Garden. And it starts out, it starts out just with the basic gray and white. And what I've done is I've colored the background with Stampin' Blends markers. And I've done that in, I'm doing that in 5 different colors. I've done it in 4. So this one is Calypso Coral. This one is Seaside Spray. This one is Mint Macaron. And this one, this is dark. The marker is dark Daffodil Delight, but the rest of it is all Bumblebee. They didn't come out with Bumblebee Stampin' Blends because we already have several yellows that work quite well with it. So as you can see, I have all the bits and bobs ready. I haven't assembled all of the cards. I assembled this one, and I thought I would show you a little bit of the coloring for this one. This one is Rococo Rose, and I didn't have any just plain Rococo Rose ribbon, so I took the crinkle white seam binding ribbon and I colored it with the Stampin' Blend as well. So now I have coordinating ribbon, and I've got most of this colored in, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of how I do it. It's not really rocket science, but let's see if that helps a little bit. So I just basically touch the tip, the brush end, and I just run it really lightly around in the background stuff. And I find it very soothing. Yesterday, I don't know, yesterday was kind of a, I don't know if I'd really say it was a rough day, but it was just sort of an out of sorts day. And so I just kind of sat and did a lot of this coloring in the afternoon. And yeah, I probably won't even finish all of this on camera, but it is pretty mesmerizing and addicting to sort of look and color in all these spaces. So anyhow, I don't think it's that thrilling for you guys, so I will stop there. But you can see how it just makes those flowers, the gray and white flowers, pop out of the background. And then I'll show you very quickly how I assembled. When I trimmed down the basic gray for the mats, I was left with strips, and I think those work really well for, sorry, I brought over everything but the blue. For background layer, a mat actually for the ribbon, which isn't something we do very often, but I thought it would be kind of cool. So again, this isn't really rocket science. This is just assembling the layers, but I thought I would get this on here. And I'm using another brand of Terran tape that's only 1/8 of an inch wide, which I find very, very useful. This is score tape or Suquang tape, but you can use our Terran tape, and you can even just, I've cut it in half. I've put it on like adhesive sheet backing paper and cut it in half, and it works great. So I've wrapped it around the strip, and I'm going to start on the back. And get it as straight as possible. Am I off screen? I am off screen. And then you can see I've got the backing still attached on the back of the other side. So I'm just trying to get it as straight as I can on there. And now I'll pull it off the back. I just got to trim off a little bit of that. And now I'm going to take glue. You could also do another strip of Terran tape. Glue dot on the back of the bow. And then just snip off my ends. There we go. And then that will mount on there. I'm sorry, that is being way off camera, isn't it? See if that helps. So one of the thoughts I had, so now I've got 2 card fronts done, and I'll finish up the insides too. I've got that on the insides. Really see if I can get it to. Okay, sorry. And then I thought perhaps what I would do, and I'm still thinking about this, but I'm thinking about, and I'm not sure if they would be this punch or something else. But I was thinking about including in this gift set some optional sentiments so that people could, whoever had it, could choose, and I would send it with dimensionals on the back, and people could choose, like this one's my thoughts are with you, I would do birthday, and they could mix and match and put it on if they wanted it, or just use them plain if they didn't. So that's one thought I had for adding into this. The other one I had was adding some detail to envelopes. I think maybe just this one. And I was thinking one there. And maybe a series of them. There. So decorate the envelopes. Again, this is, I'm thinking this is a gift pack, so that could be kind of nice to include. And then what else? Oh, so because it's a gift pack, I've also come up with a template for a folder for them. Okay, hello, welcome back. I hope you guys are finding me. Just chime in if you have, please. Now you should be able to see better what's going on. And so I have 8 scores on this full sheet of cardstock. And I'm just gonna crease these scores a bit. And we're gonna do a little cutting. Oh good, Gladys and Paula, you found me. I just hate it when the technology doesn't work. That was just bad. It went from not being able to see much to being able to see even less. So start it over and I'll figure it out see if I can merge them together. Okay, so now we're gonna do some trimming, and I do have a little cheat sheet here that has a picture of what it needs to wind up looking like, so that will help me. Yeah. Yeah, so this is gonna go back there. Likewise. I'm gonna use my smaller ones, I think. Having really sharp scissors is just crucial. If you have the Stampin' Up! Paper snips, they are really, really sharp. And when they start to dull, they sharpen up again really well if you take them to your knife sharpener person. Sewing machine stores often have them. Okay, so we're going to go all the way in here. Take off this one. Sorry, is this like watching paint dry also? It's not as fun as stamping, right? But I always get questions about how to make boxes. So I'm going to show you a few tips. So always cut off the flaps like they show. And this one goes all the way to the inner part also. Okay, let's get rid of some of this. So these guys are gonna be what help fold in. And we're going to do a little bit of mitering of corners. That helps make things square up nicely. She just did to there. And now before I put any adhesive on, I'm gonna kind of make sure I understand how this is gonna work. She did it like okay, I see, that's how she's gonna do it. And that's gonna come down like that. That could have been done straighter. Okay, so I think I'm gonna miter these little tabs too. They're really small, but I think that's gonna help make a nice square box. And it doesn't take much, just making a little notch on the tab. Oh, Karen, wonky internet, that's not fun. I have to say, our internet provider has done a really good job of switching bandwidth to the residential from the commercial, since we are, again, under stay-at-home orders. That makes no sense. Okay, so I'm going to add sticky strip here. Or it used to be called sticky strip. Now we're tear and tape. And mine is not even tear and tape, but there we go. Come here. Okay. So this one is going to go in there. This one is going to go on the other side. Come here. Those are going to go there. Yep. And I have my old corner rounder. If you have the envelope punch board, that also works, but I think this will be just fine. That makes it more finished. And then I have some Velcro, stick-on Velcro. So I'll use that and I will decorate. I'll get some more of the same designer series paper. And I will decorate this in a couple places. And it will be fabulous. And it will hold my note cards and envelopes. Or not my note cards, but my cards and envelopes. Once I have it all decorated, it should be quite nice. So that's the project. I can sit here and do some more coloring if you want to hang out. Or I can shut it on off and yeah, I may do, I'll probably just stick the tags in a little tiny Ziploc in there, and then I'll have dimensionals on the back of them, and then if they want to add them, they can. They can always put them inside. But yeah. So that's my project for today. Do you have any questions? Not a whole lot here to show. Well, I'll show you the whole finished project tomorrow on the blog. So stop back and see that. And I will see you again next week with another project. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.